the snow. Don't blame the snow. All right, here we go. We're going to start with the product property. The product of roots property.
When we see that word product, what operation should we think of? Multiplication. We see that in our title, D-6, multiplying square roots.
So this is what we did earlier, is if I had the square root of x times y, similar to our warm-up, how could we break that apart?
Well, there's two parts we would have there.
The square root of what times the square root of what? Yeah, x and y. Good. The square root of x times the square root of y. But this can go the other direction. So we can say, or, if I have square root of x times the square root of y, we can write that together as one square root of x times y. So that's kind of what we're focusing on today, is that we're going to have multiple square roots like that, and we're going to multiply them and to get one square root. All right, we have a couple examples here. We're going to start with example number 1. Okay, example number 1, we have 2 square root of 2. Times 4 square root of 5. All right, so when we multiply this, we want to multiply our coefficients together and our square roots together. So which parts are our square roots? Our square roots, we have square root of 2 times the square root of what? 5. What part is our coefficient in front? Two times 4. Yeah, those are the coefficients. Those are the numbers in front. So we're going to multiply those two together because they don't have the square root. And then we'll multiply our square roots together. So what is 2 times 4? 8. Square root of 2 and simplify square root of 10. So we're going to go back to that pink sheet. All right, as we look, the only numbers less than 10, we have 9 and 4. So can I do 9 times something to get 10 times something? No. Nope. So square root of 10 is actually simplified. That's as far as we can go. All right, number 2, if you want to work ahead, this is a good one. Go on. Okay, number 2, we have 2 square root of 3. You did what already? You did all the notes? Okay. That doesn't mean that just because you wrote it down doesn't mean you understand it, so making sure you're listening is really important. But sometimes I say important things. Not always, but sometimes. 2 square root of 3 times 4 square root of 6. So we want to think, which parts are we going to multiply by here? What times what and what times what? So Muhammad, what are you going to multiply first here? Yeah, you. What parts can you multiply here? Times what? Times 4. Why are we going to do 2 times 4? What do we call those? Holy cow, are we tired today? They're the numbers in front of the square roots. What do we call the numbers in front that go with something? Coefficients. Good. Now for our square root, what two numbers are we going to multiply by? 3 times what? 6. What is 3 times 6? 18. What? You're looking at me weird. You like to talk a lot, so I thought maybe you'd want to talk and share your answers with us. Alright, so now with that square root of 18, we do have to go back to our pink sheet, and we have to decide, can we simplify square root of 18? So numbers less than 18, we have 16, 9, and 4. So can I divide 18 by any of those? 16, 9, or 4? Hearing two different answers. I got 9 and 4. What do you think, Tamika? 9? I think 9 too. Let's do 9. So the square root of 18, we can break that up into the square root of 9 times what? 2. 9 times 2 is 18. I do want to keep that 8 in front. Still just hanging out. Having a good old time. What is the square root of 9? 3. So 8 times 3 times the square root of 2. And what is 8 times 3? 24. So we get 24 square root of 2. Alright, we have 2 more examples today. Number 3. This one's going to be a little bit similar, a little bit different. Alright, here we have 2 square root of 12 times 8 plus 9 square root of 6. So how many operations do we see there? Or what are the operations you see? We have a multiplying and we have adding. Alright, so with multiplying and adding, which one do we do first with our order of operations? Multiply. Good. So we're going to multiply first. When we multiply, what 2 numbers can I multiply together here in these first? 2 times 8. Good. What's 2 times 8? 16. That's okay. And then 12 times 50. Anyone know that one? I don't know that one. 12 times 50. 600. So close. So 16 square root of 600. And then I'm going to drop down that plus 9 square root of 6. We haven't done that yet, so I need to include that. Now I want to think if I can simplify any of those. So I'm going to take that 600 and I'm going to decide what can I divide 600 by that's on our pink sheet. And we're going to start way at the bottom at the 400, just to double check. So 600 divided by 400. Nope. 600 divided by 360. Nope. 600 divided by 324. Nope. 600 divided by 289. Nope. 600 divided by 256. Nope. 600 divided by 225. Nope.
Damn, she didn't say buy a bag.
What?
She didn't say buy a bag, man.
I didn't. That's fine. She just didn't want to interrupt our class. And she didn't. 300 divided by 169. Nope. 300 divided by 144. Nope. 300 divided by 600 divided by 121. Have I doing 600 or 300? Have I? I got distracted, sorry. 600 divided by 100? Yeah, that should work, right? What's 600 divided by 100? 6. Oh, that was a lot. Alright, so 600 divided by 100. So we're going to break up that 600 into the square root of 100 times the square root of 6. That 16 is still hanging out front. Okay, Darwin, took out my cat today. It's too much. Thanks. Sorry. It's like my biggest pet peeve. It's trying real hard. Alright, so what is the square root of 100?
5.
5 times 5 is 100?
No.
So what times 5?
You're right. Remember, we're looking for a number times itself, though. So not 20 times 5. 10 times 10. Yep, we can always go back to that pink sheet if we need to. Square root of 6. Alright, so 16 times 10. What do we get?
We got
16 times 10.
16 times 10. I was just about to say it.
Yeah, what is our answer?
Huh?
160.
116.
160.
Six,
Close.
yeah.
And then we're going to drop down this 9 square root of 6, because that was still attached at some point where we had that adding. Now what do you notice about those square roots, those terms? They're the same. 160 square roots of 6, and I add 9 more square roots of 6. How many square roots of 6 would that be altogether? Yeah, 169 square roots of 6. Whoa. Math. So we took that long, complicated problem at the beginning. It wasn't that long. But that complicated problem at the beginning, and we were able to simplify it down to just answer. Which is the whole point of why we are doing this whole unit, is to get from this to this, using math in our number sense. How exciting. Alright, we have one more problem. Super exciting stuff. Number 4. Last one. Number 4, we have the square root of 2 times the quantity of. Uh-oh, what does that mean? When you hear that word quantity of in math, what do we use? We use numbers. You're right. Quantity means like an amount. We want like a separate amount. So how do I show that it's a separate amount? To show that it's separate, we use those parentheses. We're grouping it separately. We have 3 square root of 2 minus 2 square root of 7. So how are we going to simplify this? This tells us we have to subtract before we do that multiplying. Can I do 3 square root of 2 minus 2 square root of 7? Nope, they don't have those same square roots. So how can I simplify that? Is there a way I can do multiplying first? Even though this is in parentheses? Yeah, do you guys remember that property? Pew! Pew! What property is that? Good, distributive. So we have square root of 2 times 3 square root of 2. And then we'll do square root of 2 times the second part, which is negative 2 square root of 7. Alright, so in this one, what will I multiply? Should I do 2 times the 3 or the 2 times the 2? Which ones are the similar parts? The 2's. So I'm going to do 2 times 2.
Yeah.
And what is 2 times 2? 4. So this is 3 square root of 4. Now over here, what parts should we multiply? The square root of 2 times negative 2, or the square root of times the 7. Good. And 2 times 7 is 14. Alright, now we want to look and see if we can simplify either of these answers. So I have 3 square root of 4. So I'm going to go back to that pink sheet with that square root of 4. Is there anything I can simplify that square root of 4 as? Oh, whoa. It's an actual perfect square. What is the square root of 4? 2. So this is really 3 times 2. And 3 times 2 is 6. Alright, what about square root of 14? Is there anything I can divide 14 by? Can I do 14 divided by 9? No. 14 divided by 4? Nope. So nothing with that 14. So it just stays the same. So for our final answer, we had 6. And then we can either say plus negative 2 square root of 14. And even though we end up with 2 separate terms here, there's 2 parts. Compared to how we started with the square root of 2 times the quantity of 3 square root of 2 minus 2 square root of 7, it's still a little bit simpler to work with that 6 plus negative 2 square root of 14. And that's our whole idea today, is to